Exa Punks is an open-ended hacking game where the player writes code in a simple assembly-like language that controls robots called Exas in order to hack computer systems. And through this simplified and visual method of computing, it can teach you a lot about real-world security, at least in the broad strokes of it. This makes it a great introduction into how to think like an attacker. I am certain nobody watching would even dream of doing anything nefarious. But if you don't look past your own pure intentions, you can leave gaping holes in systems that attackers can then exploit. And that would be bad for you and your secrets. Exa Punks knows it is difficult to get into an attacker's mindset though. That's why the character you play as really tries, to live on the straight and narrow at first. They just want to make ends meet and pay for the medicine they need. But this is what the straight and narrow looks like in Exa Punks. Oof. Then you receive a strange message and an offer you can't refuse.
One hack, one dose. Easy.
The very first mission in the game is relatively simple. Take a file from a compromised system and send it to, well, who you're sending it to isn't entirely clear. I'm sure it's fine. But send that file and leave no trace that you were the one who sent it. If you are causing trouble in a system, you don't want there to be any sign that you were there. If an attacker is causing trouble in a system, they don't want to leave behind any footprints that could potentially lead someone to them. Mid-game mission Trash World News 5 takes this a step further. It sees you intercepting a message meant to expose what you're doing and who you're helping to a zine publisher who could possibly put the word out and mess up the plan. You get access to a system that controls the sending of these messages. You could simply delete them, but more will come. Instead, you set it up to replace specific keywords to throw them off your trail. This is a real-world technique known as a meddler in the middle attack. And this is what the game does so well. It presents a situation where a real-world attack vector is a useful tool for the goals of the player and their mysterious benefactor. It demonstrates not only specific techniques, but also touches on more general aspects of computer security. CIA means, of course, confidentiality, integrity, and availability, and nothing else. These are the properties that are important about how users can access data. These are also properties that can be useful for an attacker to disrupt. That is, confidentiality, people who shouldn't have access to my stuff can't. Integrity, my stuff hasn't changed since the last time I saw it. And availability, I can get to my stuff when I need it. The most interesting part about Exa Punks, though, is how it provides narrative context for these concepts. For confidentiality, I'm picking the mission Unknown Network 1, where you must retrieve a file for your mysterious benefactor. As for what that file contains, who knows, I'm sure it's fine. But it's definitely worth something to her, and that's worth a dose of medicine to you. As for integrity, in Zebro's copies, we find hacker and zine printer Gast owes an immense debt to the print shop he's been using to print his zine, Trash World News. A zine which has in turn taught you about very valuable system operations and exploits. You take care of the debt. Wipe it from their system. You have disrupted their data integrity to the benefit of a friend. For availability, there's a late game mission called Alliance Power and Light, where you take out specific power stations, turning the lights off for whole sections of the city to make sure it's dark while some friends of yours pull off a heist. And this is how, just through playing the game, Exa Punks not only makes you aware of situations where cybersecurity is important, but also provides a narrative frame to ensure your experience with those situations is meaningful. It also might make you think about what's at stake when the systems are real, and so are the people who use them.